It's warming up. It's warming up. We are live. I believe we're live. Let's see. I think so. I can see there's a little bit of a chat out there. Shout out to all the people. While we're waiting to verify the audio and everything's working, we had to scramble here a little bit because my usual big, ridiculously expensive headsets are broken for some reason. So we had to go back to the old standard. So while we're waiting to make sure that all the audio, everything's working, I'm going to remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. We got a bunch of stuff going on there. You can also find the patches there if you want to support us, buy some patches. We appreciate that. If I remember, and I've been saying that all week, if I remember, I will show you guys this. You guys, there's a new patch that should be coming out here in a couple of weeks or so. Hopefully we get it before the end of the year. We'll talk about that, but I think that's pretty much what I want to remind everyone here. Let me drop these guys in. There we go. Gorillas&Guns, Walter from Safety Harbor. Let's do this. Let's get it rolling. Let's smash the...
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
Make sure you smash that subscribe button, smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live, Walter. There goes the bell. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on, the TGIF panties with the with the little rhinestones or whatever. Hopefully you got those rocking.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. Yeah, bedazzled. Bedazzled the vajazzle. Yeah, happy Friday to everyone out there. We're gonna try to have fun. So let me get this going. This is episode 683 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I'm your host, Hank Strange. The title tonight is Walter, Safety Harbor Firearms, as well as Gorillas&Guns is in the house joining us. Scott, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. Yeah, Walter, obviously, Walter is having dinner. Walter's having dinner. So
yeah, that's per the norm, though, I guess. Right?
Yeah, everyone can start complaining. I guarantee you there will be someone that will complain, but, I'm not complaining, Walter. Plus, you did double duty. You were in yesterday. What's up?
You ever watch a movie about, say it's like Star Wars? Mm-hmm. You watch Star Wars and they go on and on and on. When do they eat? Do you ever see them eat?
Not really.
Or take a dump?
Nope, you don't see people go to the bathroom. The Mandalorian, we did see a toilet in the Mandalorian, and yes, we've seen him eat, but he's breaking norms.
But he does that in private because he takes his helmet off.
Yeah, he has to take his helmet off. So there was one show where he took his helmet off. You saw the back of his head. And then the last one, the Baby Yoda, because I'm not going to call him Grogu, or whatever. Yeah, I'm not doing that nonsense. It's the Baby Yoda. Or I would concede...
The child.
The child, that's official. I would go for yogurt.
The child sounds religious, doesn't
May
it?
the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah. Yeah, the child does sound religious, and probably that's somewhat of what they're...
that's purposeful. They do that on purpose.
What they're going for there. But, yeah, we don't see those kinds of things. This is real life up in here, though.
That's right. We eat, we chew, and I won't go poop in front of you, but,
So if someone wants to make
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Scott, you want to make it first, you can volunteer or something. Yeah. We'll just, as long as we see you, like if you go in the bathroom and we don't see anything other than you go in there, maybe we just see your face.
Have like one flag come up for number one and two flags come up for number two. That's good.
Yeah, we could just see like the face that you make. Like, what's your face?
Darn it, get this thing over with.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, I wouldn't even know.
Face, you need some more roughage.
Yeah. Yeah, who does number 2 work for? That's another movie reference. Let's see who will get that reference right there. Who does number 2 work for? Let's see who gets it. Let's see. You don't know, Walt?
No, not a clue.
Gorillas&Guns?
I've heard that, but I can't think of what it is.
Who does number 2 work for? We'll see. Well, I'll give everyone a chance to see if they know where that line comes from. You could probably also Google it, but we'll see. who does it. The show is brought to us tonight by Safety Harbor Firearms. So boom, there you go. There you
Well, I
go.
can eat anything I damn well
Austin
want.
Powers.
Yeah, it's your show, Walt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your show.
Actually, I would have rather finished before the show because I enjoy my Chinese and not so.
Oh,
You
you
know.
enjoy your Chinese, huh? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Let's see. Jade Grew said Austin Powers. Boom.
Oh.
Which one was it? Which Austin Powers was it, though? Armament Axes also says Austin Powers. Shooting Gallery NE says, next time I come on, I'll do the show in the bathroom. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
You're gonna sit on the throne for 2 hours? Man, you're gonna. No.
Yeah.
No way.
He won't
Yeah.
be able to stand up. His legs
Yeah,
will fall.
exactly.
But-
That's
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Who goes in there and is posted on social media? All of you guys sound like you know about this. Like, you happen, like, listen, we got to multitask.
Yep.
It's multitasking.
I'm busy.
That's when I get to watch all the YouTube videos now because I'm so busy with all the gunsmithing schooling and stuff. So the only time I have to watch YouTube videos is while I'm sitting on the shitter.
Mhm.
Well, you know when you're in that confined space and you're talking on the phone, it's kind of echoey.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So if you hear that on somebody talking to you, definitely know they're on the pooper. So
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one thing I will never do is answer the phone when I'm in the bathroom.
just indisposed.
Oh, you don't answer the phone? What?
Nope.
What? Hold on. We're going to have to
Text
do...
me, but I'm not answering.
Oh, you're not answering. Okay. All right. Walt, how about you? What do you do?
I've been in the bathroom and the phone starts ringing. I'll answer it if I know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I answer it. Listen, if I got to make a flush, I just mute it. Like I wait for the moment when that person's talking. Which with me is kind of difficult. I'm always dominating the conversation, but I wait until they're talking and then mute, flush away. Try to play it off,
Captain Music Lover says I don't look like a raccoon anymore.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm
Let's see.
150% handsome now. Woo.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I had my upper eyelids done.
Yeah.
About a month ago. So
yeah.
I looked a little like I went with Mike Tyson for a little bit,
Yeah.
But, not too
Yeah.
bad.
Obviously, Walter has become very Hollywood on us.
Yeah, man. Getting fabulous.
Lola said, that is so annoying. I wish I could confiscate Hank's phone. Listen, I always find that a good opportunity to try to respond to people and get stuff done. If I'm looking at a TV or something like that, I don't really want to do it. So I try to get stuff done while I'm in there. And sometimes I'm on. I might go on some IG pages. A little scroll.
What
Have a little scroll through some pages. Yeah. Let's see. So Jeff Stevens also says it looks good, Walter. So it's not just the ladies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Yeah.
It feels good too. By the way, my eyes don't feel as tired as they used to get.
Yeah.
Because what they do is I don't know if you look at dudes or even women, the skin starts to come down on your eyelids, on your eyelashes. So, and eventually some people have it where it blocks their vision, so they have to get it done. But mine wasn't that bad. But
yeah.
I think I'm starting to get that a little bit.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna look at myself. Am I?
we're not supposed to be like.
I don't know. I don't know if it's. I can't tell if it's. My eyes have always been kind of droopy. Every time I say it, I get in trouble. But I've always kind of had chinky eyes. So,
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't even see my.
I don't know any other way to put it. My eyes is,
My eyes have seen the glory of the common.
I always looked even when I was in high school, people always thought oh, you're high, you're smoking. I never have.
No.
I never have. So I just have those sleepy bedroom sexy eyes. Naturally.
Yeah.
Can you bat your eyelashes though?
Oh, I've got pretty nice eyelashes. I don't know if anyone could see that, but I've got. Let me see. I don't want to scare anyone by going super close. But I do.
I look like Radar from MASH.
Look, I'm going to close my eyes for a second, which is really weird. But
You have beautiful eyelashes.
Yeah, Lola is actually very jealous of my eyelashes. It's just one of those things. One of those things. We all have our special superpowers that we're born with. One side of my face grows hair, the other side doesn't grow any damn hair. It's so weird. Like the other day, I had to shave because one side of my beard was long, and the other one, and I was like, Lola, this is crazy. What is happening? And then I got embarrassed and I shaved it all off. But literally, there's a side. So this side of my face will grow hair more than this side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that? I mean, you don't have that problem, obviously, Gene.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a little sparse, it grows up a little higher on this side, but like these things right here are really long and this middle section is kind of short, so yeah. I mean, I can make handlebars.
No, but that looks balanced out on you, though. Yeah, that looks balanced out on you. For some of us, it looks weird. Walter, we don't actually know with you because you shave, right? You always shave.
Yeah, I mean, I let it go for a couple 3 days. I get annoyed with it.
You don't like a beard?
Besides, my significant other likes me clean shaven.
Clean shaven. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. James Lawson says it's Friday. I'm gonna go back through. Let's see. Len Holt says that's also true around the waist. That drooping, sagging skin. Gravity sucks.
Yeah.
I know too well about that.
Lola wants to know what we're all talking about. Kathleen said too close to the screen. Kiaski says Walter looks like Radar from MASH.
I don't think I do, but that's all right. I can.
Yeah.
That's he wasn't a bad dude.
Yeah. Gorillas&Guns is doing the Svengali thing to make us all jealous of his beard.
I could do that.
That's how Brandon flips his hair back.
I could probably grow a full.
Really?
I mean, it would be Oh yeah. There's no spots. There's no empty spots or anything.
Oh yeah. You got to do that. Well, we missed No Shave Ember, but you got to do that one of these days.
It used to be when it would get long. I let it get long. It was kind of a reddish, some reddish and blonde and stuff in it, and brown. But now I think it's a little gray. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I don't get why the younger guys grow their beards out. Well, yeah. Well, some younger guys have all gray beard, and they grow their beard out, look like an old fucking man.
Yeah.
What's the point?
You can't do anything. I don't believe in the Grecian. So I'm getting gray hair. I'm not gonna color my freaking.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm not coloring anything. When my mohawk goes gray, I'm leaving it gray.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait till this whole thing turns white.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Also, you're afraid of getting old.
No, I just don't. I don't want to look like an old man.
Yeah. Now, before we get too far away from this, we were talking about multitasking, doing stuff in the bathroom on the old throne. Michael Avens had a really good question that I'm gonna pose to you guys. He says, "How do you play off the splash?" There you go.
Well, what do you mean, like when you're taking a leak and it's going all over the place?
Yeah, or the splash, number 2.
When it drops.
Yeah. See, you got to do it aerodynamically. That's the trick. You got to make aerodynamic. You got to drop aerodynamic bombs.
As you're coming in for a landing, it's coming out. So in those days when you just can't, it's a really bad. Anyway, there's no controlling that splash. So.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. The crazy Scotsman, that's my brother out there. He said, "Beard lives matter."
Yeah. Hold on. Yes, let's throw that out. Beard lives matter. Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about guns?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shooting Gallery Eddie says gray hair means you're seasoned.
That's just wisdom right there,
Seasoned, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they do call it salt and pepper.
Right. So. Yeah. I'm not afraid of getting gray hair, man. I'm all about that. I'm gonna be 49 next year. I'm proud of my old manitude.
That's not old.
There was a time my mom never thought I'd make it to 21. So, I appreciate the years as they roll by. Skivvy Waiver wants to know if anyone has a completed upper for sale. I don't know who has those out there. Someone could tell. Probably, I'm going to say Barnauls must have some.
I've seen different vendors with complete. I'm trying to think who that is. That I get emails from.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put together a 300 blackout for quite some time, but these people never have the upper I'm looking for in stock.
Oh, okay. What upper are you looking for that?
It's actually a kit from Gorilla Machining.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the complete upper, and it's got all the parts for the lower. Because the lowers they only sell the 80% lowers.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought an Aero Precision lower, but it comes with the whole kit: the buffer tube, buffer spring buffer, the stock everything to build the lower.
Mm-hmm.
You just the upper on there. The only other thing it doesn't come with is a bolt carrier group. So,
okay.
But for the $269 they're selling that kit for, it's pretty nice.
Oh, okay. Are you specifically trying to get this because it's Gorilla Machine?
Yeah.
So,
they sent me one of their stripped uppers for free to review, and they also let me keep it so I could use it for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I kind of was like, all right, well, when you get these uppers in stock, when you get this kit in stock, I'm gonna buy it from you. So I'm gonna hold out until they get it. So
yeah,
they said wait till after the election, but it seems like the election's never gonna end.
Right. Good luck with that. By the way, for everyone watching us, looking out there, smash the thumbs ups and all that. We appreciate that. Share this if you can. I do want to share Gorillas and Guns YouTube channel. Here it goes. This is what it looks like. I like the who did this artwork for you?
Mike Bryant.
Oh, Mike Bryant did it. Great job. Shout out to Mike. Awesome.
Yeah, Mike's an awesome dude, man.
He is.
Another beard brother all the way,
Absolutely, yeah, man. Absolutely. He's a ginger bearded brother.
Yes.
So yeah, shout out to him. Good work. Everyone should go there and subscribe if you guys aren't already subscribed. Go over there to Gorillas and Guns on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
YouTube /Gorillas Guns, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what you need to do. I'll probably show that a couple of times here as we go through the evening. Walter, I hope you're subscribed over there. Yeah. Let's see. Brodney Brady says Hank donating to GMJ, Grandmaster J. Is there a GoFundMe or something already for that out there?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he just get arrested for pointing guns at cops?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let his financiers of BL of the whatever the organization he's in, let them pay his bills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe they've all vanished now.
Oh, I don't know.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Use them like a Trojan and throw them to the side.
Yeah, we'll see if that stuff sticks. I mean, I guess it's federal charges.
Right.
Yep.
If that sticks, that's probably not a good thing. I don't know that if it will or it won't, but I would think they would get some more serious things. There has to be more serious things than that going on. Night Train says GMJ is a villain and a scoundrel.
Like I said, let his financiers get him out of trouble.
Yeah. You know what? I don't want to
bang the buttstock when he was pointing it at the cops. He's all right.
Yeah. You know what the thing is, man?
He's still alive.
Yeah. For me, that whole thing, I'm like over those dudes. I know there's still people that are. We talked about it yesterday. And there's people doing specific things. I don't know if I really want to. And then the whole MFAT guys all get crazy. And it's great for the algorithm or whatever, but it's completely annoying. That whole situation is annoying. Yeah. And hopefully, maybe one of the good things we'll get out of this, like Walter is alluding to, is we'll just stop seeing all this nonsense.
Well,
all of a sudden, there won't be any reason to protest old white dudes.
Someone needs to ask the old white dudes why they stopped financing it.
Interesting. The plot thickens.
Ask Creepy Joe. Hey Joe, who turned off the protest?
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
maybe the same people who refuse to investigate all this blatant fraud.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, treasonous stuff.
Yeah,
Treason.
this stuff is ridiculous, and the CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and we're like, nothing going on,
Yeah, no problem.
nothing happening. Can't see this at all. Yeah. So you know what's the other thing I did want to talk about here? Maybe we'll talk about it a couple of times while we're doing this. I did want to talk about YouTube. And that's one of the things, you guys know, we've had Sam Robinson on from YouTube. We've had the conversation with YouTube, Gunstreamer, a lot of these platforms and stuff like that out there. I am on there now. If you go look us up on YouTube, nothing's really gone up for like 2 years, because there was a point where things were automatically going up there, but it's not. So I know we're going to try to figure that out. However, it does take money to do all of this. All of this stuff, I guess, is the best way to put what's going on here. So I did want to share with everyone that there is a Kickstarter out for the. I'm trying to find where's the Kickstarter page that I had up here. Okay, I'm gonna go to it from here. So let's see. So if you go back to this page here, the Hank Strange page will probably take us to it. It says "Back Us Now" on Kickstarter. And if you click on that, it'll open up this page here. There's a video. I forgot the name of the actor, but there's an actor there that I've seen in a couple of movies. Let me see. We could probably play it, and then.
Is that who that is?
Yeah,
doing the pitch.
Yeah, he's an actor. He says his name in there. I forgot exactly what it is right now. So he's doing that. There is a Kickstarter going on out here. He's talking about a lot of the different platforms and things like that are out there, and why everyone should support YouTube. And if you click through, let me see. I'm trying to. There's some different levels that they're trying to achieve here. Where is the link? I'm looking for the link. Okay, here we go. If you click on that link, it takes you to Kickstarter. And they've raised about close to $12,000 so far, and they've got the first goal is $115,000, and I think that's going to allow them to get the app and all that kind of stuff done, and then it goes up from there. So we're definitely going to give these guys some money. I'm going to spend some time trying to promote this. If you guys out there can help out with this, we can help these guys maybe get something up and running. I think pretty soon here we're gonna need things like this, and I know there's several things out there, but it's not gonna hurt to have several more things that are up and running. So, what do you guys think about this whole thing?
I wish them the best.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know they still existed.
Yeah, there's been some things going on there, so. Yeah. I think there's been a few things going on behind the scenes. Hopefully they've got that worked out. They're still up there, and people are still looking at videos on there. And the guy was talking about that, and I've seen like the videos we have up there, people were looking at it, and I think they have a way to pull your stuff in and do all that stuff, but a lot of doing all this stuff takes money. I know they're trying to, one of the levels they want to get to is where they can do live.
Right.
Hopefully they do get the funding that they need, and they're able to get this kind of stuff going. So, yeah.
I know Gunstreamer had their issues for a little bit until that other gun critic bought them out.
Mm-hmm.
But I still understand there's still some issues going on there. I had a friend. He's actually over in England, and he does like knives and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on Gunstreamer before they got bought out.
Okay.
After he got that email saying, hey, we're shutting down and all that, he went and took all his videos off of there and was trying to search for another platform, and kind of came up short. But since they sent that other email out saying, okay, we've got Gun Critic has bought us, and we're going to stay up and running. He's been trying to get his channel back on there, and
no luck.
And trying to get in contact with somebody from there to help him, reopen it back up, and it's like pulling the tooth out of a tiger,
Yeah, I have a feeling we did have the guy from Gun Critic, and I can't remember his name right now. Do you remember that guy's name from Gun Critic? No, I don't either. It doesn't matter. We did have him on. He spoke about it. I think he's got a bunch of other things going on, and that's kind of been backburnered. Ultimately, this stuff takes money, and it's a way to burn through money really fast. So it's kind of tough going out there for Gunstreamer and even YouTube. But YouTube is up. People can go there and do things. Oh, Matthew Longley, yeah. I would suggest, and I know Full 30 is up also. So if we're talking about gun-specific platforms, I think YouTube is trying to be more than just gun stuff. Right. And they definitely have a more universal name, which I know people care about. There's other options out there outside of the gun stuff, right? So there's library.tv, which I've told people about. That's on blockchain. I know there's Rumble. I signed up for that. I don't have anything on there. It's one of those things that now I've got to go there and upload stuff, and we've got hundreds of videos, but then the videos wind up being all over the place in a lot of different places. I wish I could just concentrate this stuff down to one place, so that way I could actually get in, answer questions and all that stuff for people. This is a tough, crazy thing, and no one's really going to appreciate any of this until they start kicking people off of YouTube en masse. So.
Right. And and that's my thing too, where a lot of people are like, especially with that whole, mass exodus from Facebook. Well, I'm going to Parler. But I'm like, well, why do you want to leave here? Because here's where you're going to see both sides of the story. Here's where you're going to get somebody who's not on our side to actually see what you're talking about. It's like being in bed with the enemy. You still kind of want to be in bed with the enemy, because if you go over to Parler, all you'll be doing is preaching to the choir, because everybody over there is like-minded. You know what I mean? So you're just talking. There's nothing new to talk about. Nobody new to educate. So to me, I feel like, it's cool to be over there and communicate with people and keep in touch with people, but I think you still need to be where people don't want you, where the platform doesn't want you, so you can be in their face and you can possibly connect with somebody new who doesn't quite see things your way, that maybe you guys can find some common ground on,
Yeah. What do you think about that, Walt?
I say use the Facebooks and the YouTubes and Instagram. Use them till they kick your ass out.
Yeah.
I mean, why? And some people, and as well as I do, you find stuff on YouTube and Instagram, or YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes you have no intention of finding, but you stumble upon it. I've done that on this. I'll be looking for one thing on YouTube, and next thing you know, I'm looking at how to build an engine. Next thing I'm looking at German fighters. Next thing I'm looking at. And where did I start at? Well, that could happen. People
Discovery.
Discovery. Not even know they're
up.
looking for it to come across your stuff.
Yeah.
They might look at Hank's stuff because he's a darker color. They might say, "Oh, who's this guy here?" They look at him and go, "Oh, I didn't know about this guy." They might find me because I, crazy stuff that I say or I do or stuff.
Right.
Gorillas and guns. Gorillas don't have guns. Let me check this dude out. Oh, that is a gorilla. I'm sorry.
That's so cold, Walt.
That kind of stuff. But as I before, use him like a Trojan.
Right.
He's not wrong though.
Yeah. I agree. Like, why kick yourself off, right? We shouldn't do their work for them. We should stay on those things. Keep trying to recruit people over to our side. If they don't kick us off altogether, but content can't be there, it always gives us the opportunity to put it somewhere and talk to people there and say, hey, if you want the true unfettered realness from the streets, you can go over here and find it. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. The Archangel's out there. Shout out to him. He says, so when will Hank TV be available? If I had money to do that kind of stuff, I wouldn't burn through my money doing it. No. That's the thing. I wouldn't. It's very expensive, and it really takes a lot of money. So
and a lot of time.
I have to agree with the crazy Scotsman on this, and that's kind of where my thought process is on the whole thing too. That if we succumb to their constant garbage and attacks on us, and we just walk away from it, we're letting them win. We can't let them win.
Yeah, because they want us, I think, ultimately to marginalize ourselves off somewhere. But we should think about we should think about these things and be prepared and be on them and support them. So I'm not trying to say don't support them. You know, that's why I keep telling you guys there's tons of options for other platforms. There's BitChute, which I didn't find easy to use. There's Rumble. There's there's just a whole bunch of different things. There's Library TV. There's a whole bunch of different stuff you can do. You can literally pay and have your own platform somewhere if you have that kind of money, and then maybe charge people, which I see some people doing. So there's options, and I'm honestly exploring all those options. That's why we're trying to build an email list, because if something happened and we had to go off and do that, we need to be able to tell as many people as possible where we're at. Go ahead, Walt. Sorry.
It takes a lot of work to maintain all these places. You know, I mean, you start posting stuff all over the place, and it's like, what did I post that there? Well, you got to have, you need you need some kind of program to manage your programs. It's like,
yeah. But it was nice when Gunstreamer was able to automatically import anything you uploaded to YouTube. Within a couple hours, it would automatically be imported right over there. But now you have to sign up through some other cloud device or something like that to get that to happen.
I don't know.
They're still doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. But I would tell everyone, and I'm going to take this shameless opportunity to do this again, just to show you guys, and like Library TV, I think is good. But here's the thing. I'm going to share my screen for a second and show you guys. If you go look for Hank Strange, boom. I search myself a lot on here, obviously. If you go to the main website, on there, you will see there's this tab called Strangerholics, okay? You click on that. All of these little M&Ms or whatever you want to call them, I always think Smarties when I see this thing. I think that's just like a British word. But down here on the video platforms, there's a whole bunch of platforms. And this one, over the gray one here, is actually library.tv. And if you go there, you'll see the two videos we put up last night and this morning, they're there. And I didn't do all that. Library is pulling it over. So it does have that feature that everything's going over there. I got 63 people following me. People are looking at videos. I think there's even a way, I just haven't created one of those crypto coin wallets or whatever here, but there's a way that people get points or whatever, for watching your stuff, and you get stuff for people watching it, and you can do all of that. So that seems a little bit more built out, and it would be easier if more platforms would do it that way. So,
it would definitely make it easier to keep track of it. I mean, because you got to have time, and like me, I'm a working stiff. I work 9 to 5. Well, more than 9 to 5, but I just don't have time for that. I go to work, I come home, I eat dinner, spend a little bit of time with family, study for a couple hours a night. I really don't have time for much. So it's really hard to keep up with more than a couple platforms, which is why I stopped actually posting to Gunstreamer not that long after they stopped that automatic import thing, because I just didn't have time to keep up with all of it.
Yeah, it's tough to do. I would prefer something that works like that. That's why I'm trying to point everyone over to library.tv. I have no affiliations or anything in there. It's on the blockchain. That's what I like about it. And I think we need to try to find those kinds of things. Obviously, it would be better if we were dealing with people we knew that are gun guys, but it may take a while for all of this to get up to speed. And look, I'll be honest with you guys, it's real tough to get gun guys to spend money to support these kinds of things versus buying guns and ammo.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
take Life 30 for example. I mean, they have a bunch of paid advertisers, and they still had a hard time, and they almost went belly up.
Right.
So they're getting money for what they're doing, but it's still just not enough.
Yeah. absolutely. What were you going to say, Walt?
No, nothing.
Sorry,
Okay.
I made him lose his concentration.
Yeah, he's looking at magazines. So Elster's Rifles and Reloading has this question. He says, "How do you guys feel about Arms List charging to list guns now?" Which I didn't know that was happening. I actually have a couple I need to move. Guess I'll drop down a few bucks to support the webpage. So, any thoughts on this? Thoughts, Gorillas and Guns?
Well, they've had a lot of legal bills.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so, because they are providing you a service to where you're able to put your stuff out there probably a little further than you normally would anywhere else. So, as long as the price is reasonable, I guess it's all right. Plus, at the same time, you are helping them keep their website open by, paying a little for their service.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they're going to be able to add some new features or something like that. I don't really know the details. And we have had Jonathan from Arms List on the show. I think I spoke to him yesterday. I was supposed to do some stuff, which I don't know if he's watching, but I didn't do it. Mea culpa. But yeah, I wasn't aware that they were charging. But sometimes, we're just getting to this, right? If people want certain features and they want certain things, it's going to cost. And keeping this all up and then him getting smacked upside the head, even though this has gone up to the Supreme Court, there's, if Bloomberg has so much money that he'll just keep going after and finding other people and keep doing it until you give up, I hope they're adding some extra stuff for that $3. I've heard about some of the complaints from folks, like there's a lot of scams and things like that going on there. I could tell you guys, Lola and I use Gunbroker. I am an FFL and an SOT. We use Gunbroker. It sucks hairy, sweaty donkey balls.
It's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. Walter just said the same thing, Lola. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah. You're off you got to come over here and say what you have to say, woman.
Yeah, what does it add up to in the end? Does it add up to 50?
I just want to cancel it, because if he lists something there for $100,
right,
you have to expect, if he lists something there for $100, you have to expect that you're going to lose about $45 to $50 of that item. So it doesn't pay to list anything below $500 there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to pay for a gun broker takes a percentage of your sale. Then there's the transaction fee. Then it's a payment processing fee, and then it's a monthly fee. If the thing is $100, you can't charge someone $200 to try to cover those expenses. So you really do it as a loss to maybe cover the expenses for a bigger item that you're selling by selling something that's $100. So
yeah. Okay, that's enough, Lola. See ya. Okay. No, she's very passionate about, but that's because we go through that.
Like wasting money.
Yeah, she doesn't like wasting money, she says.
Yeah. The auction house I've been using locally here it's 18% they charge, so that's really not that bad compared to Gunbroker.
Yeah. Here's one of the things. If Gunbroker wasn't so freaking archaic and backwards, you might say, but they're freaking backwards and archaic. It's like it's a website from 1990s. Mm-hmm. But they're getting money. So why fix or change anything over there?
Well, they're using the Glock business plan, I guess we'll say.
Yeah.
If people are buying it, keep making it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think the industry needs to step up in lots of ways, whoever it is. Like, let's say it's Arms List or whoever, right? And I don't know whether or not they're in the position to do that. If we get Jonathan on, we can always have this conversation with him. But they need to step up and start, at least being competitive with the other services that are out there. This is one of the things that will help people to get on your platforms more. Be competitive, find some solutions. We've been talking. We had Rob McNeely on from TUSC. That's literally a cryptocurrency that you can use to buy and sell stuff. We need more modern things like this to get going, so that we don't get cut off, but we need these things to work and work right and be beneficial. Where we're going to wind up here.
And be easy to use, please.
Yes, absolutely. Armsman says, sounds like Lola handles finances and you handle the toys. Heck. Yes. Basically. That's my answer. What were you gonna say, Girls and Guns?
From what I understand, TUSC is actually pretty easy to use. I watched the show that John Crump did with the guy from TUSC, and he sounds like they're trying to make it very user friendly and kind of more instant, especially like as a cryptocurrency, whereas like Bitcoin would take forever for the transaction to process.
Right.
They're trying to make it more instantaneous, like bam, it's done within a couple of seconds and you have your stuff and everybody's happy, you know?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And what I'm going to try to do is have Rob come back on and have some of my friends that are into this. Maybe we'll get John on as well. We'll get some other people I know who are doing cryptocurrency stuff. And we'll keep having these conversations with people until we beat it into your brains, your craniums, and get everyone involved. Look, I haven't done any kind of, like, I haven't done Bitcoin or any other kind of cryptocurrency. So, but I am getting involved in TUSC. I am going to be doing more stuff, you know, and I'll announce all of that stuff to you guys when the time is right. But I think that we're very quickly approaching a space in time where if we're not up to par, we're going to get cut off and effectively lose access in lots of different ways to the Second Amendment. For example, PayPal. PayPal has banned myself and Lola for life because we're gun folks, you know. And the thing that we did was not a gun. It was literally, it had to do with holsters, and they were like, "And you're banned for life." So,
yeah. I have some friends that were using PayPal for a charity called Justin's Final Mission. It's all about the Active Heroes Retreat, and they're raising money to for, I don't know if you've ever heard of Justin Fitch. I mean, he's no longer with us, unfortunately, but his final mission was to build a retreat where veterans with PTSD could go and get the treatment that they need, like a place where they can get away and, you know, just work through it. But they were using PayPal as a way to collect donations for Justin's Final Mission, and PayPal actually cut them off and held their money for quite some time. I'm not sure. I don't remember whether or not they ever got it back. Actually, the Scotsman, he would know. He said he's banned for life on PayPal as well. Yeah. But
lots of gun guys are and will be banned. And then I think I told this story before. So Sam Andrews, who makes leather holsters, and that's not the PayPal situation. That was a completely different thing where the PayPal thing happens. But I know for a fact it was that, right? Because they banned me for life after we tried to do something. And then Lola went and signed up and got cleared through and everything, got a PayPal account, was all good. And then she tried to do the thing, and they were like, nope, banned for life also. So, but Sam Andrews was telling me how he has a bank account, you know, he's doing stuff online, selling leather holsters online and collecting payments. And someone at the bank looked at what he does, and they went, I wonder if this guy uses illegal hides. And they froze his account. They didn't speak to him. They didn't do anything. They kept collecting the money. Orders were getting put in. Yeah. No money was going there, and he didn't realize it until he couldn't pay any bills. You know, they just froze his account because they're like, yeah, you got to prove to us that you're not using illegal hides. Like, and he's, what are you talking about? I'm getting those from a supplier who that you know, that person holds that responsibility, and obviously they wouldn't do it, right? This is a regulated industry. That's what we're facing. That's what we're facing. That kind of stuff is going to start happening more and more. And I'm not surprised. Crazy Scotsman says, I still have over $500 being held for almost 2 years. PayPal never gave us what they froze in that account. They never. Now, one of the things with me is I'm freaking paranoid. So is Lola. So we took things out of there all the time. So there wasn't a lot in there. But they never gave it to us. They won't talk to us about it. You know, they won't discuss anything. So whatever they froze, it's in some kind of limbo. And I have a feeling we're going to see that ramp up really fast. I've heard lots of gun guys saying that they were banned on PayPal because they've got some kind of algorithm running through. And once they identify that you're doing anything related to guns. They go, boop, that's it, you're out for life. So,
wow.
So Philadelphia Patriot says at least you didn't get banned for life from Applebee's. I wouldn't see that as a tragedy.
I don't see how legally they can keep your money.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be recourse for that because.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just like how can they legally take money that's yours?
Yeah.
It's not yours. It's not theirs to keep.
Yeah.
But I guess they can drag their feet as long as they want. But there's got to be some recourse. I mean.
Crazy Scotsman says, I don't care about me. I care about those donated and they deserve their money back. But what Walter is saying is true. They don't give a crap. And you can't talk to them. They will not talk to you. They will not communicate.
So that's what, and here, this brings up another subject that I always hear all the people that want to negotiate and talk with these people. Mm. You see what that gets you? Mm-hmm. Negotiating with somebody who hates your lifestyle or your and whatever. You can't negotiate with them.
No, you just get stabbed up as you walk into the building to negotiate with them. And that goes like ATF. They're all happy and they're all smiling at you when you meet with them, and then afterwards they say, "Fuck you." Mm-hmm. As simple as that. Mm-hmm. I mean, and the lead guy that's in this thing going on with the braces, mm-hmm. and I met with Marvin Richardson. Oh, we want to have good relations with the industry. Yeah, right. And he acts like he's the nicest guy in the world, and he just wants to hug and say good. He didn't touch me, but. Yeah, but, they want to whisper sweet nothings in your ear while they're slipping that knife right up your bunghole.
I wasted I wasted all that money going to D.C. and meeting with them, mm-hmm. Just for them to do what they did. So welcome. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be you're in a hard, being in a okay, they can make your life really nasty if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Being an FFL, that is being an FFL.
Yeah.
You can have a license 1 minute, no license the next, just that fast.
Yeah.
So
we need to figure out how to get some kind of lawsuit going in that direction. It's definitely discrimination for PayPal, which is technically they're doing banking to say that I am banned and I'm not allowed to participate in this payment system because I'm doing something related to the Second Amendment. I didn't break any laws. I didn't do anything like that, right?
Yeah,
that's
when they're out,
insanity.
They're taking money for adult toys and they're taking money for weed related stuff and drug stuff.
I mean, I never bought or sold a gun using PayPal, but so what if I did?
Right.
So what if I did? What does that have to do with anything? But just as easily, companies are going to start coming through and going, "Oh, did you use your credit card to buy this gun? You're out. We're pulling your credit line." There's already places telling people selling stuff, "Yeah, we're not gonna support your payment processing any longer." So,
well, like I said before, that's an opportunity for people who want to do it, though. Mm-hmm. There are people out there that don't have any problem with it.
Yeah,
and want to make money. So you'll see people come up. Companies will arise and people will start taking your money when the other ones don't want to. So
right. Yeah, I mean, because it's crazy. You're in business to make money. Why wouldn't you want to help other businesses make money regardless of what your personal preference or opinion is on a specific subject,
Years ago when we went through a few different credit card companies, processors. And we had this one time, and our business is picking up, and we're running all the cards, we're making lots of money. They're making lots of money, and they're like, no, you can't do that much per month. It's like, what do you mean I can't do this much per month? Well, that's just and I'm like, I don't get it. What's the more I do, the more they make. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they do nothing. They do nothing to make that money. Pretty much.
Yeah, what does that mean? You can't do that much.
You have a limit.
No, don't make too much money. You're making too much money.
Like, no. I need somebody else. I need to find somebody else who wants to make money.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with your personal account. I remember a few years ago, my wife was out doing some Christmas shopping, and apparently there's a limit on how much you can spend per day. Mm-hmm. So she went to one place, and she was trying to buy something there, and they denied the card, so she went to the bank, and they were like, "Oh no, you can only spend this much per day." And she's like, "Well, why? It's my money. I don't understand why I should be limited in as to how much I can spend every day." And the guy at the bank, the manager, was like, "Oh, well, it's for your own protection." What do you mean it's for my own protection? You're holding my money hostage for my protection? How is that?
It's for their. So what the reason for that is, depending on the bank, it's for their protection. Because as a bank,
fraud protection.
Yeah, whatever money you have in the bank, if something happens and that money gets stolen out of the bank, it's not on you, it's on them. That's how banking laws work. So what they do is they limit how much you could spend, so they limit their own losses, and then you have to like call them up or something and say, "Oh, push that up or do this or that." But they technically cannot stop you. If you say take off that limit, they have to take that off.
Right. They were hesitant to do that when she went there and argued with them about it. They were like, "Well, we could boost you up another couple $100, but that's where we have to cut it." And she's like, "But that's not going to cut it for me. I still have X amount of more to Christmas shopping to do. So, I need you to just like
open it,
the cap off of it,
Yeah.
So, and they did that, but they only did it for a limited amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. They're technically just trying to reduce their own losses. If you remember, there was a bunch of stuff going on with all these phishing things that people were doing at gas stations, and especially around the holidays, right? Around the holidays, There's lots of that. The people who work in the stores are jacking up your credit card all the time, man. So I get why they're doing it, but you're right. And, there's banking policies in place for all of this.
Yeah.
So it's up to them to secure it. And once again, that's an industry where they can make those things more secure if they really want to, right? Or we maybe the government should get out of the way and let more decentralized things here take over so we can do what we need to do.
Yeah, but then they don't have any control.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't like the cryptocurrency and all that. I mean, they don't. They're not collecting money. They're not collecting fees off of your money. So
yeah, Wolfwind Prepper says my local gun stores told me the card company was upping rates on them. A lot of that stuff's happening.
They want to up your rates, up the rates until finally you just say, "You know what, I'm not going to deal with that no more," and they won't have to worry about processing your money or helping you out. It's just like how. With Biden's supposed, tax plan about trying to tax away the Second Amendment, because he knows a lot of people, you might be able to afford a gun, but you're not going to be able to afford paying $200 tax stamp every time you want to buy a gun and buy a high capacity magazine, So
that senile though fuck was talking about charging $200 a magazine. Okay?
Right.
You know what? Creepy Joe, you can piss up a pole, okay? Because I ain't paying nothing for these I paid $5.99 for this magazine,
Right.
But I got my global magazines today. So
yeah. Oh, congratulations to you, Walter. That's awesome. Actually, pretty cool. What's the quality on those? How do they look? Let's see. Hold on. Let me go in.
I've used the Steel Korean AR mags, and they work fine. The AK ones are probably made a little lighter weight than like your European AK mags, but for what I paid for this, who cares? It works. It fits in the gun. It fits in the gun nice. I'm sure it's going to work fine.
Yeah.
You know what? As people say, range mags.
Yeah.
If you want to keep your purdy, close to your heart, AK mags at home, then you do that, and you take one of these and you go out and bust it up and have a good time.
I'll tell you what, next time you come over, you bring it. We'll throw it in the dirt a little bit and see how it is.
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. If you've got a sacrificial one, we could torture test it.
Hank Strange torture test?
Yeah.
I might do that so you get your fix.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, right? We could just...
You suckers will have.
Yeah. We need, we really need our own ecosystem. And it only makes sense. We should get into the business of lending each other money and figuring, and as much stuff as possible we're doing. I agree with what you said earlier, Gorillas and Guns, that, we shouldn't step away from these things or come off of these things. It's wrong what they're doing. But until we can get up the people that are willing to fight, and to be honest, even if people are willing to fight, if they don't want to hear stuff, we are literally living in a country in 2020 where there's obviously corruption. It's documented on video and all that, and everyone is like, nah, nothing happened here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. If it had gone the other way, and the Trump had like clearly blown Biden out of the water, and they were saying, we got these videos, they'll be investigating into the next freaking century.
It would be on 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah, it'd be nonstop. But instead, right now they got all the news sources and fact checkers going, oh no, we've got the most secure elections in the world, blah blah blah, trying to like comfort everybody and make everybody think that there's no problem.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at a video of them pulling like 3 suitcases out from under a table they surreptitiously brought into the. You guys saw that video, right? Where was that, in Michigan?
I have.
Yeah, was that in Michigan or
Georgia? That's
in Georgia, and they told everyone there's a water main break, everyone has to leave. So most of the people leave except like these 3 women or something. And then there's this table that they brought in there that they just magically go pull boxes out from under that table. And then they start processing votes when everyone left there. No, that's not corruption. That's not fraud.
There was the lady's name was released. It was Ruby something, I believe. I can't remember exactly what it was. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. If we don't start, like, we're running into a situation where we're not going to have any kind of representation, okay? And then we're going to get choked off. So technically there might be still a Second Amendment in America, but you don't have access to things that you want to do. And that's what, I think we need to start thinking about that, and people need to start taking a stand in the states and in different places where these guys could try to go after, and then let them do what they want to do. When they burn down their economy and destroy it, whatever, that'll be too bad for them. But it'll be too bad for us if we just stand idly by and don't do anything. And that's why I encourage people, even with like how YouTube is trying to do this Kickstarter, at least take a look at it. If you find it interesting, get up on there and do something. I'll throw it up here again if you want to see. You can just go to YouTube, tube.com. Just go there and you'll see it's all over the page. Take a look at it. I'm gonna give them some of my money. Why not? I think they have good intentions. And these are, Sam Robinson, I know, is a good, hardworking patriot, someone who really believes this and has put a lot of money and is continuing to do a lot of things. But at some point, we all have to step up and try to make things work, before we just wind up assed out, as they say on the streets. Don't wind up assed out, son. That's what I would say about that. Also, you guys should go to Gorillas&Guns. I'll throw the thing up there again. Go to Gorillas&Guns.
I think the people who are involved with the monkey business really, 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 really need to be punished severely. I don't care if you're carrying the ballots in. I don't care if you are in the same room and you know what's going on. Severe punishment. I'm not talking about slapping your hand in the courtroom and saying, bad boy, bad boy.
But can we at least serve some warrants and arrest some people's asses?
That would put a little fear of God
investigations?
In them. All you have to do is put them in a room and have them say, you're going to go to jail for 10 years.
This is
what
the
are you going to tell?
The feds are worried about Grandmaster Jay pointing a firearm at them, but the freaking elections get jacked up. No one cares about that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm over that stupid nonsense. I have no support or love for what's going on there. But can we at least get some people to start knocking on some doors, serving some warrants and stuff like that, and finding out what the hell is going on? Come on, make a serious effort to do this.
I'm I'm there with you. I mean, you know.
Did you see that video, Walter? Someone's asking if you had a chance to see that. I don't know if you did.
I hadn't seen that. I haven't been watching very much news lately.
It's crazy.
I have a lot of things going on in my business right now.
Yeah.
So
I think there's another one where the same woman that snuck those things in was like handing off a thumb drive or something like that. There's a whole bunch of this stuff out there. It's just really, you know.
All you gotta do is squeeze these people a little bit, and they'll all talk like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So let's see here. I want to go, since we're talking about the money thing. Well, here's something.
Treason should be hanging, by the way, not life. Life doesn't fix a treasonous person. Hanging.
Right. Yeah.
That's like, I used to work with a guy who he escaped from Iran, and he said when he was a kid, they used to call everybody out of school, work, whatever, into the town center, and they would stand up on the podium with the criminal, and they would say, well, this is what he's guilty of, and this is what's going to happen to you if you do the same thing, and then they would punish him right there in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if the treasonous bastards see their cohorts hanging, they're going to think twice before they continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, you know you're going to be in trouble when there's no, even the politicians on the right are like, oh no, there's nothing to look at here. What the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're supposed to. I thought you wanted to be. Your party wanted to be in the White House. They don't care.
Yeah,
they
just don't get held accountable for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. Let's see here.
Couple of
things. Smith & Wesson reported, so I'm going to go into a little bit of that. AmmoLand News has a report. Smith & Wesson reports second quarter fiscal 2021 financial results. We can skip through it. It's on NASDAQ is SWBI, U.S.-based leader in firearm manufacturing and design. Yesterday announced financial results for the second quarter of fiscal year 2021 ended October 31st, 2020. And on August 24th, 2020, the company completed the previously announced spin-offs of its outdoor products and accessories business. Therefore, beginning with this quarter, all historical financial information for that business is reported as discontinued operations unless otherwise indicated. Who is messing with something? Okay, I feel like the teacher who has to come back and look and see who's
I won't touch anything anymore.
Who was that? Okay. Anyway, maybe it's just me hearing it. So anyway, let's flip through this. Quarterly net sales were 248 million. Okay, 248 million compared with 113 million for the comparable quarter last year, an increase of 118%. Mm-hmm. Gross margin for the quarter was 40% compared with 28% for the comparable quarter. Quarterly GAAP income was $49 million or 87 cents per diluted share compared with 343,000 or 1 cent per diluted share the comparable quarter. It's just these numbers just go up here. So lots of money getting made by Smith & Wesson. Any thoughts on that?
Good for them. I mean, what when you have record gun sales, people who make guns are going to make money.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least they should. If they don't, then they're a bunch of putzes. But they should be making lots of money. So
now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Smith & Wesson like fire all their marketing people and all that sometime during this year?
I don't know.
Not just that restructuring or spinoff. I thought there was a bunch of other stuff that happened over at Smith & Wesson, but
maybe that's how they made all that money.
Yeah, they trimmed the fat.
Yeah, drained the swamp, so to speak.
Yeah. So here's another thing that Fox News has: the horrible Fox News. I feel like I'm referencing something from CNBC nowadays when I say Fox News. But Fox News has first-time gun buyers project to top 8 million, according to Smith & Wesson. A metric for gun sales are hitting an all-time high in 2020, and nearly half of the purchases being made this year are by first-time firearm owners. Firearm manufacturer Smith & Wesson said Thursday. To date, nearly 8 million Americans have already decided to exercise their Second Amendment rights for the first time. Chief Executive Mark Smith told analysts in earning calls. Let me just stop there for a second to say this. Most of those so-and-sos don't even know about the Second Amendment.
Nope. They have no... When you're scared or you feel scared, Second Amendment doesn't mean a damn thing.
They don't know about the Second Amendment. I wish they would. I wish this would help them to learn about it, or at least look it up. Yeah. And know that you're only able to go into a store and do this legally because there is such a thing, and people have been fighting to maintain it.
Right.
And
a lot of them have learned that you just can't go online and buy a gun and have it shipped to your house either. So, some of them are beginning to open their eyes to, what's really going on. But, I'm also part of a group called the National Concealed Carry Association, and there's a lot of first-time gun buyers coming in there and asking questions and starting to get into the Second Amendment. They're starting to enjoy it. They're talking about going to the range. Ooh, now I want to get my wife into it, stuff like that. So I'm really excited when I hear things like that. And when they ask good, legitimate questions, I give them a good answer. I'm not shy about telling them what I think.
Sorry.
if you really want to get
I got
into
excited and my spring popped.
Yeah, that never happened. This never happens to me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Early spring ejaculation there from Walter.
Hey, don't use those big words.
Yeah, Night Train says the burning question to be asked is, does company Smith & Wesson openly support the Second Amendment? Good question. Good question. They may not give a crap.
Yeah, if you confront the corporate types and say, hey, blah, 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 they're going to say, well, you need to consult our public relations arm and, blah, you need, And
or we don't get involved in politics.
Yeah, right. That bullshit. Yeah.
They just care about the Benjamins.
Yeah. So to go on here, if you want to look at the stats that they're saying here, I'll throw this back up on the screen. Says Smith noted these new purchases are further broadening and diversifying its consumer base. Broadening and diversifying. I'm pretty sure they're going to make a transgender firearms here in a second. Just like they made all those pink rifles and all that kind of stuff when they thought, a bunch of women are buying stuff. It's further broadening and diversifying its consumer base and are an indicator of the long-term vitality of the industry as a whole. Right. Smith said NSSF data indicated that women are making up 40% of new buyers, and overall firearm purchases by African Americans are outpacing all other demographics, with 58% growth in the first half of the year alone through June.
I personally haven't seen that. That the African American thing. It could be just where I live. I'm sure other places where there's different demographics in the areas, they probably could see that, but I had not seen that myself. So, and
no, well, we've seen these stats come in lots of places, so I believe it.
Yeah. Well, that 40% of women gun buyers is actually up. I want to say something like 27% from last year. So that's huge too, right there. They were also saying that even their long rifle sales have gone up, not just handguns. Which for a bunch of these first time gun buyers that are panicking, they're not going out there. They're looking for a handgun. They're not really looking for a long gun. But really, they saw a 217% uptick of long gun sales over last year. So that's pretty nice too for them.
Yeah. Look, I think it's a good thing that there's more women getting involved in this stuff. I think it's a good thing that there's more people of color getting involved in buying guns. I really hope those people are educating themselves. But that's up to the person, right? I think that we do our part to be there and help people if they ask us to help them and answer questions and do all that kind of stuff. I think the company should also try to do more outreach, but I know how a lot of these companies operate. Like, if they see more women, they're going to go with they're going to go with pink guns or they're just going to go in that direction. That's how we're going to sell stuff. Oh, more black people? We're going to make our guns Kwanzaa themed. This is the kind of like craziness that we get out of. How much you want to bet? How much you guys want to bet? This is the direction people go. Instead of saying like, hey, that freedom that you're getting by being able to go walk into a store and buy a gun so you could defend yourself when everyone's saying defund the police and people are burning down your cities and all that kind of stuff. It all comes from the Constitution, a little thing called the Second Amendment, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
I'm hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing you.
But they're not going to listen to that.
A lot of times, events, as you know, in your own existence, events shape your way you think, right?
Yes.
If you have bad all the time with the popo, you don't like the cops. Or if you live in a household where everybody tells you that this certain group is bad, everybody's bad. Everybody's bad. This religion's bad. This religion's bad. So until something happens to them where they go, oh, fuck, that's right. They have the lights come on and the sun comes up and the rainbows go across and all that stuff. It ain't going to change. I'm sorry. I don't want to be negative, but I just don't. They're not buying it for the Second Amendment. They're buying it because they're scared.
Right.
So,
and there's a lot of those. Right. And there's a lot of those people who are these first-time gun buyers in 2020 because they're buying it because of the scare from the pandemic and the scare from the riots and the looting that are of the mindset that, well, I'm just going to get rid of it when it's all gone.
When does fear ever disappear?
When the government tells them it's gone.
This is a cycle right now we're in. Everything's cyclic, my friend. I guarantee there'll be a lot of used guns when it's like hurricanes and generators in Florida. After hurricane season, a lot of generators for sale. So maybe not as much with the guns, but I do believe you'll see people. They need some extra cash. Boom, guns gone. So once things calm down, things have already calmed down. Look, I mean, you're not seeing it every day in the news, are you?
Right.
About riots and Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, and it's gone.
Absolutely
it's not gone. Yeah. It's not gone now. If somehow Trump turns the election results off, it'll all start back up again.
So what?
Yeah. Switch will be flipped again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. The money will come back out, and the people will be financed, and the buses will start rolling, and all that stuff. Is Portland still a mess?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, it's going to take some time.
That's because the locals not enforcing the law. That's why Portland is what.
Right.
That could be stopped in a couple days.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing with Seattle.
It depends on where the people are at. It depends on whether or not people take time to go, how was I able to do this? Why did I have to do this? Fill out all this paperwork. What's going on here? So I hope people think about it, and we gain more people. Like out of the 8 million, it'll be great if we just got like another 2 or 3 million. And
that comes in results. Some people don't like to do this, but you have to sometimes tell people, or remind people why things are the way they are. Have you been supporting this Democrat that's been taking your gun rights away, or is this Democrat that's been letting the people burn your town down? I feel
like there's going to be some people who are not going to want to sell their guns back or give up their guns. Especially since they got them recently and they had to go through background checks. They had to pay higher prices. They had a tough time finding ammo. Maybe they're Googling why the hell is ammo so difficult to find.
All right, a first-time gun buyer has no clue about how much money he's wasted. He could have got a gun for us a year ago.
Right.
He doesn't know that AR-15 could have got it for $400, not $1,200 or $800 or whatever it is now. He has no clue. I mean, he's new to it.
It depends. You know what? You're right, but I would say, I would say it depends on who they are, because remember, some of these people are some old school people who the last time, they like, remember those magical guys in the gun community that remember buying an AK for $75?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, my dad tells a story of the $15 M1 carbine. Okay? Back in the early '60s. Okay, this the dollar is, it's that whole story, nickel for a pickle, all that bullshit, a gallon of milk for 50 cents and all that junk. The dollar was worth more. But once again, if you take a new person that's never bought a gun or even looked at a gun, and he goes to the gun show and somebody's got his Smith & Wesson he wants for $750, and he doesn't know that gun's really worth only $350, he'll shuck up. Oh yeah, I got it, man! I got it! Yay, I got it! Now there could be that day when the things get back to normal, which they will eventually, hopefully, and it'll be $350 again. He'll go like, "Oh, I see that they are 15 people. Oh man, I paid too much for that," and they want to sell it for $750, and it's only worth $300. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm going to hold out hope that we get some of those people. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get half. No. We're not getting all.
Yeah, we'll save a small percentage of them. Like I said, in that group that I'm in, a lot of new gun buyers have been coming in and been like, I'm new to this, but I've been going to the range, I've been practicing, I'm actually enjoying it, and they start asking more questions, and they're seeing that people on our side aren't what we've been made up to be. Because we're giving them answers, we're helping them along, we're encouraging them, and we're being nice, and we're just doing what we do as gun owners and people who support the Second Amendment, and we want more people to support the Second Amendment, and we want to show them that we're not the bad guys that they make us out to be. So,
I mean, the sad part is they go and find a gun, they can buy a gun, there isn't any ammo.
Right.
Or it's $50 a box, and it's like, oh shit, I don't have any more money. I can't afford even the ammo for it. I've already heard this from somebody I know. So But Walt, can you get me some ammo? Can you get me some ammo? It's like,
not cheaply.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
Well.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. G&G is showing us. He's showing us a press. What is that? A rock chucker?
It's a Lee Progressive 1000. Okay. Yeah, I just reload 9mm because that's what I mainly shoot. So, So I mean, it keeps me going.
Yeah,
getting to that, and that'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, in lots of places, the gun guy's king. The gun guy's king. Get a little bit of respect. A little bit of respect for the gun guy.
The gun what?
The gun guy. The gun guy.
I demand.
Everybody knows their local gun guy now, right? That's why you've noticed, I'm sure, there's more people who know you, who want to call you up and ask you advice, and where can I get this, and do you have this? Those people, if something happens, I'm coming to your house nonsense people.
You better bring a side of beef with you when you come or something, No. you better be useful if you're going to come to my house. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those things, you want to have the guy who's the doctor, you want to have the guy who's the fixer.
I hate to sound cruel, but if we're taking people, I'm only taking the daughters, whoever I can marry off to my sons in the new world. That's about it. That's all. Everybody else has got to go.
Gotta have food.
I don't know if I'm living where I live, I'm not super worried about food, man.
Well, you can just go out in the pasture and get some food.
Yeah, but, and I see those deer are just walking around hardcore. The deer are just walking around flexing like, you idiots are shopping in the grocery stores for me. Me included.
You start shooting at the deer, and they won't be so walking around.
Sure.
Like, dun, 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 dun. Turkeys are like that. You see turkeys in neighborhoods walking around. Dun, dun, dun. Wild turkeys out in the woods when you're hunting for them.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. There's squirrels. I don't know if you've seen them on my place, Walt. There's squirrels this year. There were squirrels as big as baby bears. I'm just telling you something.
Well, there are fox squirrels.
I've seen some big squirrels. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? You just living too long.
I like when they get in the trees and they're barking at you, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, you son of a.
Yeah. Philadelphia Patriot says Hooters girls welcomed at the Keller residence.
If they can, they got it. Well,
once again, hey, look, Spencer, you might want to, in the apocalypse, Spencer's going to be a prince. I mean, come on now.
He's a prince. I don't need no uppity prince. Everybody's got to pull their weight now. You know?
Spencer's good to you, man. I always see him bringing you food and stuff like that.
because he wants food. That's why he brings it. Food.
Right. Okay.
That's a bottomless pit sometimes. So
yeah. DCG44 says my convince me to sell price is stupid high right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Okay. I did. I have to admit I have some more guns at the auction right now. Starts on that's actually running right now and ends on the 13th. So I just took some stuff that was extras again for me that I was never going to use. A couple shotguns and different things. They were just sitting around. So
yeah. Well, I'm all for buy low, sell high, and I think this is a high period. That if you've got things that you're like, I don't really like this, get some money. Don't necessarily spend it. Maybe we'll get a pullback, like Walter's saying. I just think it might be 2 years or something, or longer before you get that pullback in prices on stuff you really want.
I took a Model 12 Winchester that I had got from a friend. I'm never going to use it. I hadn't used it since I got it. It's been sitting in my safe for 3 or 4 years. Another old pump shotgun. We had some uppers that we built a few years ago, trying to, when we were going to sell them, 7-inch pistol-like uppers. I took them to the auction. It's like I haven't been able to go to Knob Creek. It's been closed. Two Knob Creeks closed.
Yeah.
So it's like time to clean out I just bought something today, and I bought 2 more things over the weekend. So I'm not like liquidating it or anything like that. So
yeah. I have a feeling. I think I've seen some stuff in the news. Once Biden takes over, his plan is to go like 100 days in lockdown at least.
And you know what? I'll probably get kicked off of Facebook, but I told him Biden can piss up a pole. I'm not locking anything down.
Yeah, you should have put he can piss up a pole with his broken leg.
He can piss up a pole, and maybe his vice president can hold his dinghy when he's doing it. So,
she's got plenty of practice at it.
Yeah,
she's got plenty of experience with older men. Trust me.
Yeah.
So,
the problem with Biden and his broken leg is he can't figure out which one it is.
Oh boy, his sniffer is not broken though. I guarantee you, his creepy sniffer is not broken. That's probably in full flourish right now. Yeah, he's probably creepy sniffing the hell out of people right now. And people are letting it happen.
Kamala, Camilla, whatever. She's not 9 years old either, so it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't care. He'll still sniff her.
Yeah. He likes them young, I think. So.
Yeah.
You see that clip where he sucked on that lady's finger?
Oh.
Yeah,
you said sucked on it, and I'm like,
hands out. Yeah.
Disgusting. Okay, let's move on a little bit. Here's another money thing, but this is in the realm of what we're talking about here. This is a CNBC article. Would you be willing to get a COVID vaccine in exchange for a $1,500 stimulus check? How one bold proposal would work. So if you want to, if we can read out this whole thing, but basically what they want to do is if you get the COVID vaccine, then you get $1,500.
That's discrimination.
Yeah.
What if aside from myself who just don't want it, some people have religious reasons, right? Or whatever reason. Maybe you can't get. Maybe you have some illness that's gonna not go well with,
Yeah, but what does one thing have to do with the other? If they're going to put stimulus money out there, should be no strings attached.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, because yes, I'm not getting any shot though for the stimulus money, so they can keep their money.
That right there is part of the beautiful nightmare that is called socialism. So they want to offer you money so you can get this shot. So and then that way they'll keep offering you money because you're going to get sick from it because it's not tested, it's not proven. You notice how none of them will get it first.
Yeah,
but they also want to get you hooked on the fact that we're going to give you this for that. So if more people fall in line with it, we'll give you this for that. Then eventually they're going to give you this for more and more and more, and you're going to get less and less and less every time they give you something that they want something from you.
Yeah, they can get these nuts. So. I got something for you.
Look, everybody that I know personally that's in the medical field, and that one person I know is actually a doctor, Another person I know is like a uppity, a high up the food chain nurse and all this stuff. They say no, they're not getting those shots.
Yeah.
So because they know, and it ain't no, no.
I mean, if they're so confident in it and they think it's going to work, why don't they set the example, and why don't they be the first ones to take the vaccine?
Every elected politician should be lined up and given a shot by somebody who is not in their system. So it's really a vaccine.
Yeah.
Everybody, until they all get shots, including the dog catcher and the bus drivers and everything, nobody. I'm not getting no shot.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if someone tried a message internally here. I'm not sure who that is. But let me do this. John Crump, I see him out there. I don't know if it's John trying to message me. He says, look, it's the co-host of the Virginia Report by Gun Owners of America. So you want to tell us what's going on there, Gorillas and Guns? You're going to be co-hosting with Crumpy?
Yeah. John Crump has graciously asked me to co-host the Virginia Report, seeing as how I'm a Virginian as well and fighting for our 2A rights here in the state of Virginia. So we're going to do a weekly podcast. I believe it's going to be audio only, where we talk about what's going on in Virginia and other things, what the GOA is doing here in Virginia, stuff like that. So it should be a good time. We're supposed to record the first one this weekend, so we'll see how that goes down.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
I'm not sure where it's going to be released yet. John has those details, and we're supposed to be talking more about that stuff tomorrow when we meet up online to kind of flesh all that out and see where it's going to go from there. But it seems like a good opportunity and an interesting thing, and I hope it's something that people can get some knowledge from as well. So,
yeah. Absolutely. Rain says this show is awesome. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Can we?
What's up?
Do we have gun time coming up?
Sure. What do you want to talk about? We can
I
talk
saw
about
some interesting things on the Firearms blog.
Okay, cool. What did you? Let me see if I can pull this up here. Let me pull up the Firearms blogger. The blogger de Firearms. Where is it?
I found something. If you like a blast from the past, the Auto Mag.
Oh, the Auto Mag. Is that big long?
Big long shiny.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood used it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got your big long shiny right here.
Right here,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming back, and they're taking orders. You can buy one right now.
Yeah.
So $3,700, but yeah.
3,700.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet you it won't be a bad investment, to be honest.
So the name of the company is Automag?
I don't know if I'm not sure about that per se, but it is on the gun. So, and the next thing I thought that was kind of interesting because I like AKs.
They look cool. I'm not gonna knock it. It looks cool. It's a nice box. It's a nice throwback. Automag Limited is already taking phone and web orders, it says, and that's from Nick L. If you want to look through this article. Go ahead, Walt.
If you can spare the shekels, I think it'd be a good investment if you invest in guns. And then the next one that caught my eye was the Kalashnikov concern shows the prototype of upcoming 500 series AKs.
Is that the one that's hinged? Yeah.
Yes. And if you look at that, what does that remind you of?
Hold on.
A way that opens like this. Remember that?
Oh, that's the crank. Is that a crank you were talking about that the other day, right?
Well, remember that M10 AK looking gun that I have that has features of the AK and
yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
It also opens like that with that, and it has that monolithic kind of receiver on it.
Yeah.
Different gas system.
So doesn't have a gas dust cover, so to speak. Yeah. And it's hinged. Looks interesting. How much is this going to be?
Well, it's over for this. It's over there. It's not for here.
Okay. So why are we looking at? Why are we getting teased here? Why are we getting Kalashnikov teased? You
still can dream, my friend. You can still dream.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like when you see that Russian girl on the interweb. You can still dream,
Yeah. Yeah. Every now and then I do.
And right below that is the Zenith article about Zenith cutting ties with MEK.
Yeah, which we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
That fee, which I'm sure that's going to have legs. There's going to be more developing out of that.
I hope they figure their stuff out and start making them here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More the merrier. If you got 3 or 4 people making MP5s here, it's all good. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think there's what were we talking yesterday with
Rich, the Riches, the 2 dicks.
Yeah, Rich. Yeah, we were talking from the 2 dicks there and I think he's missing I think there's a lot of interest in the HK type guns.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, just a suggestion. I think those 2 dudes should do a show so they can each burn each other down. I thought it was funny every time Richard Hoffman's coming up with crazy stuff. Richard Hughes is like, what? What is he saying?
Yeah, you think I'm bad sometimes. I'm nothing compared to
You are an angel. You are a saint compared to Richard from BWE.
I know when it's time to stop.
You are a sane man.
I know when it's time to stop digging my hole with ATF. So I'm just I'm like,
he's just crazy. Yeah. And he's that scary kind of crazy where, you're like, because, he's like, maybe he's just talking, maybe that's just some bravado. He's sipping from the cup of bravado. But he's just crazy enough and skilled. Like, people don't realize that guy is a competitive sub-gunner.
Yeah.
Not just a regular gunner, sub-gunner competitive. So he gets out there and he competes shooting machine guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his crazy self. Yeah.
Yep, that's good stuff. Yep. Yeah. They do that now. They have those. What's her?
Rachel.
Rachel B. Yeah, she's been shooting in Knob Creek for years. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. DCG44 says, "Bring on the MP5 Clone Wars."
Yeah. Heck yeah.
What's on Gorillas and Guns? Tell us what is on your dream gun list that you don't have.
My dream gun that I don't have, and I wish I could really afford it, and I know I could own it, is a PPSH 41.
Oh. Walter likes that. Why are you laughing, Walt?
Well, I mean, I have one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but they're post samples are not transferable, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, yeah. Well, maybe one time we can all gather and you can.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, you'll have to come down from Virginia. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're only going to charge $1,500, so you can literally go get your vaccine, bring that check.
All right, I'll bring my stimulus check with me.
Endorse it over.
This is my PPSH 41 shooting money.
No. No, we should do that. We should do something, actually. It's going to get so crazy here. We probably should do something and let some people have a little bit of fun. The only thing is ammo.
Yeah.
That's the crux.
I'm surprised that the ammo is showing up on these auctions. I mean, at this auction that I have my guns in down here right now, they got some what I call really good 41 ammo is like the Chinese stuff, and there's like 5 or 6 lots in this auction of Chinese 7.62 by 25, and I'm like, well, I got to watch this. I got to see what happens with this. The little finger might have put the button. Go. But it's expensive to buy on an auction.
Yeah. So to go back to what G&G was talking about with the PPSH, Walt, what can be had out there? Wasn't Babyface talking to us about something in that vein? I don't know if we're supposed to talk about it yet or not, but
maybe a PPS 43 semi-auto build.
Oh, okay.
But you can buy those guns. Well, all right. Let me back up. Pre-pandemic, you could pick up a PPS 43 semi-auto for $350, $375, $400, depending on who had it. I have one. They're fun to shoot, but there's something about pulling the trigger and going da 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 versus boom boom boom. Right. But no, they're that's a cool gun. So
yeah.
I don't know. I just like the look of it. It's got a classic stock, and
it's sexy.
That the barrel shroud and just I don't know.
The perforated.
Especially with the drum mag. Now, if you put a stick mag in it, it looks lame. But if you put that drum mag on it, it's just I don't know. There's something about it.
Let me ask you this: is there a 22 version of that, Walt? Does
not exact.
What's the name of that company? Is it G? What's the name of the company that brings all the stuff from Germany?
Yeah, I know you're talking
GSG.
about. Yeah.
GSG, yeah.
Yes. No, they never done a real 2-scale 22. There's some things out there that kind of look like it, but it's not. It's not the same weight and everything.
Yeah. I just asked because I would love to get like certain guns in 22, man. Right? Like I have a bunch of iconic guns, but in 22 version. That would be so awesome.
I do have a GSG 522, which is like an MP5 22 like clone, but it's kind of a hunk of shit.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
a hunk of stick is burning.
You get a couple shots off, and the thing jams up, and it's I've even tried new magazines and stuff in it, and
really,
I gotta rip it apart and tinker with it a little bit and see if I can get it working better.
I've got a couple I have 2 of the HK looking GSG guns, but one's earlier guns that I bought a few years ago. They seem to. I haven't shot thousands of rounds through them. I've shot some, but they seem to work okay. So I don't know.
I think I agree with G&G. I think some of those guns are good, and some of them, they're not fully baked in.
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
GSG got sued by HK because the guns were too close to their guns.
Right.
And I tried to buy those guns, the earlier guns. I think they cheapened them up after that too. They a lot more plastic.
That's what I have is the version after the lawsuit. Right.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's one of the things that happened in there. John Doe says Century Arms Draco pistol 9mm at CDN Sports now for $725. Good price. What do you guys think about that? $725 for a Draco. Draco, however you want to pronounce it.
Draco, yeah. That'd be hard for me to pull it. I think I paid $375, $400 for mine when I bought it. So
okay, Walt, but I
know it'd be really hard for me to sell $700 for a pistol. Now for a full-size rifle, but I would show you some things, but I could get kicked off the interweb, so I'm not going to do it. So,
how is it compared to today's prices or prices? We can't compare it to today.
It's probably
what about last year?
It's more than last year.
Okay.
Last year that probably would have been $556, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's someone ripping by here that cut off their muffler. It's Florida.
That around here too. So.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, then
Yeah, I think you have to think about that because you might not actually have opportunities going forward, so you might want to consider that. But I don't want to make you panic buy into something that if you're not really there in that situation to take that loss. I think, like I was telling Walter, these prices aren't going back to what we saw immediately. It's going to be a while. We've got it's going to be somewhere between 2 to 4 years minimum.
Let me bring something up too. ATF has a strong dislike for those pistols too. They don't like those big ass pistols because they say you can't hold it. You saw that letter from about the braces, right?
Yeah.
Were they talking about being able to hold it in your hand one-handed? Though they seem to forget that since forever, there's people have been building bolt-action pistols that they never hold in one hand. They put a bipod on it, shoot off a bipod.
Yeah.
But ATF has a strong dislike for rifle caliber pistols, and you might see Joe Biden end all that too. So.
ATF has a strong dislike for your mama. You know what I mean?
Well, unless she.
They have a strong dislike for everything.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, they love to screw things up.
Yeah. So, if I look at stuff now that maybe I won't be able to get this. Maybe I need to get one for the library. I mean, just I get it before you can. I mean, I almost pulled the trigger on another gun here pretty recently, thinking that with that same thought, like getting the Yugoslavian AK, the new ones that have come in the country. And I'm like, oh man, do I need one of those? Do I need one of those? The finger's getting nervous and itchy. Do I need?
And how much were those going for?
I think they're pushing eight or close to $900. So, right. And I'm like, but well, you already got AKs. You already have it. Well, do I have a Yugo one? No, it's getting closer.
Yeah, I bought a Zastava AK that it's 5.56. Mm-hmm. I bought that a couple of years ago, and I paid $700 for it. Yeah.
Razor JB says nothing. Century Arms.
If it's imported, it's fine, but if it's made by them, then meh.
Oh, my Draco or Draco is the Century Arms gun. Mm-hmm. The two Zastava pistols I have were imported by Century Arms.
Right, my Zastava AK was also.
They were just they just put their stamp on it. They didn't do anything else to it. They didn't build them in the country. And the AK pistols, they don't even modify the mag wells. They don't have to do that. You know, it'd be the 922R stuff. Pistol, you don't have to do that. I don't think ATF doesn't like that either, because a pistol doesn't have to be modified. John
Crump says ATF has a strong dislike for me. Regina and Marvin had a meeting about me. So, not me, him, about John Crump.
I know it. He said that before, And,
that's because he's letting secrets out.
Yeah.
If they've had a meeting about you, that means their intelligence people are watching too. So.
Yeah. You better go look at my video with Vincent Sheffield, because you will be shocked at what an ATF agent looks like.
Well, I saw that guy, but he's been retired for a while.
He's retired, but it should just be a lesson to you.
Oh, it can look like anybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be an agent.
Yeah.
It can be somebody that they've got their thumb on top of their head.
An operative of, Right. And people were like, oh, that guy's not really, that guy was really an agent. Trust me.
How do you, you're not going to fit into a biker situation looking like a guy from Wall Street.
No, he looked like a biker. Now, he's an older guy, so we got to respect that. But I've looked at pictures of him when he was younger. Yeah, he looked like a straight up biker, white supremacist, whatever. That's what he had to infiltrate, They can't take me and put me into the white supremacist bike gang and get me jumped in.
or
get
Puerto
patched
Rican
up.
Or Mexican. Or, you have to,
They got to get that hard weather dude that they're like, this dude's one of us. No way. Yeah. That's how they get you. So
Trump says you need to have that guy on my show.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to Lola. Lola will help you out. Get him on the show. He's a cool dude. And I think you'll enjoy having him on. We can do a whole ATF thing here with him if you want. Let me just share this because a couple of people were telling us about this, and I put the link up so you guys could see it. There's apparently a Pieta Puma PPS 50.
Yes.
This doesn't have the drum mag, but I did see some that had something like a drum mag. I don't know what the price is on that one. Let me see. EMF Company, it looks like, has some stuff, $500-ish. This one has a drum mag. I don't know whether or not that works on there. So,
pretty cool looking.
I've been tempted to pull the trigger on one of those too when they were a lot cheaper than $500.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what, it ain't a PPS 41.
Yeah.
You don't have that rain of empty cartridges coming down your head after you get done.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa. No, not the same.
Yeah.
You don't have that fireball coming out of the front of the gun with the.
Yeah.
Sounds like a minigun's coming down to do a strafing run, or like an A10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll tell you, another gun I really enjoyed shooting was the full auto AK. When we went down to Tennessee in October, I headed up to Tennessee Silencer, and we spent the day up there, and we were shooting some full autos, and he brought out the AK, and I'll tell you, that is actually a pretty smooth shooting gun.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Yeah.
Let me see here. We got a couple more things that we need to get into here, but that's cool. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you know what? I gotta hit this one. So, who's a fan of Don Jr.? Apparently, there's there's rumors out there. Donald Trump Jr. considering running for top spot at NRA. And there's this video with him and I forgot what her name is. He calls her by initials in this video. I forgot what he called her, TG or whatever. What's his girlfriend's name again? Anyway.
Oh, the one that used to be on Fox News?
Yeah. Guilfoyle, yeah. KG, he called her in this video. But this video, they're not talking about the NRA thing. Donald Trump Jr. is reportedly considering a run to take over the National Rifle Association. Business Insider first reported that Donald Trump's son is eyeing the executive vice president position, which is currently held by Wayne LaPierre. Advisors to the Trump speaking to BI said the move would be used as a way to keep Mr. Trump Jr. in politics after his father leaves office. Mr. Trump Jr. is an avid hunter and frequently appears at high-profile NRA events. The president's son's social media page is filled with images of him posing with rifles and going on hunting trips. Another GOP source speaking with BI refuted the idea that Mr. Trump Jr. wanted to run for the head of the gun rights advocacy group. This is the quote: "Don is just not getting involved in that pissing match," the source says. And I agree with that guy.
I wouldn't recommend it myself.
Well, why fight a battle like this that you know you're going to lose going in? No one's going to be able to pull that thing out from under Wayne LaPierre. It's not going to happen. At this point, even if he kicked the bucket, he's got that thing set up that one of the other cronies are going to take it over and run it. It's too much money. It's a cash cow right now for those guys. They're not giving it up.
Yeah. Why put yourself in that clusterfuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually going to do that. I don't think he's going to, because there's other things. So I'm not saying he's not looking for something to do, right? But there's other more positive things that he could do, that he could get in there more easily and win that fight and get in there. And because of he does have a good relationship with the gun community, he'll be able to do more. Why have this fight with Wayne LaPierre, who's sitting on everybody's money over the last 20 years to fight with? It's a waste of time. Where's that going to go?
I don't.
So it's a nice story or whatever to kick out there, but I just don't buy it that he's actually going to do it. I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Not to say that, hey, maybe he's got the money to burn and go in that direction, but I think he could do a lot of things. Gorillas and Guns, what do you think? Are we wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. It seems to me like a pretty big publicity stunt too at the same time, I'm not sure how much more we could trust him over Wayne, So, he's lived that elitist life, So really, where does he actually stand? Is he in it for him, or is he in it for us?
And I'm tired of seeing people that go hunting and the sportsman representing, because it is so limp-wristed. It's. I got nothing wrong with hunters. I go for the hunting thing. But if you're gonna,
you're a hunter, right? You're a hunter.
Yeah, I've killed things with knives and guns, but it's not. That's not the area that's the problem. That's not the problematic area. You need somebody who is actively, shoots AR-15s, machine guns, and not scared to hold one and say, "Hey, here it is." That kind of thing. And not
machine guns for everyone.
In his vest, in his orange vest, and his gun over his shoulder, and the dog down there. It's like, I get it, but it's not. It's kind of like when Charlton Heston, was holding the flintlock. Flintlocks are cool, but it's not what they're after. They're not after a flintlock.
Right. It's not yet. Right. Yeah, they got to get rid of all the other things first.
Now, have you noticed, Hank, that the National Shooting Sports Foundation has changed their logo? Too?
What word is it now?
There's no more little hunter guy in their logo.
Who's on there?
It's just letters.
Oh, okay.
It's more aggressive lettering, and there's no little hunter guy with his hat and dog and his shotgun and the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Well, see, we need somebody who's going to lead the NRA. Like a post that I read today that said, when they came back and wrote the Second Amendment, they didn't just get done hunting. They just got back from liberating a nation or creating the nation, freeing themselves from tyranny. That's what the Second Amendment is about. That's why it's put there, and it's not there for hunting. You know?
They got back from hunting.
So
British.
Yeah, from hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hunting. Right.
Hunting the redcoats.
British.
Yeah.
British, and being hunted by the British.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's that's the reality of things.
Yeah,
They
culling
culling
tyrants.
Culling the herd. Yeah. I love my English friends. I really do. But they were when England was an empire, they were a savage lot.
Oh yeah.
And they treated people like shit. So, and it didn't matter who you were or where you came from. If you didn't agree with them, you treated them like, or you weren't their religion, by the way. They treated you like shit. So, they got what was coming to them.
Yeah, they've kind of been pansified lately,
Well,
once
once the British became socially aware.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you look at it back when the medieval ages, all those times. Who was the ones that were always trying to take over everything? It was always the English, right?
And the
They were the ones, the Spanish too, but the English were.
Well, I mean, especially for the English, we're talking about a little tiny ass country, relatively. That kicked a lot of ass.
Collectively. Ireland and Scotland and
India,
absolutely. Yeah,
they were on
Australia. I mean,
South America. I mean, where I was born was a British colony. Yeah,
That's why these goofy bastards drive on the wrong side of the road all over the world. So. But as soon as they became nice, and I would say, once they became, like, okay, we'll let you be free. One by one. There goes the empire, and there goes your strength, and then you're just a little island country. So
next thing you know, like your princes are getting married to crazy ass actress chicks over here in America, and coming over to Hollywood to do
but
who knows what.
That's the perfect match. Because that family's fucked up anyways.
Oh, for sure.
I
agree.
So you just throw a little more into it. Just throw a little crazy American chick, actress, leftist person that tells his husband he can't go hunting anymore, and he gets rid of his guns. Can you believe that shit?
Well, yeah, they're not manned up. There's a little bit of inbreeding in there. They try to make fun of people in America, but for sure, that's what's going on with royalty over there, right?
Oh, well, that's always happened. Yeah. Well, I mean, she brings a little bit of different blood into the.
It's always good to. Yeah, it's always good to up the stocks. I mean, mutts are always good. Mutts are always stronger. I 100% agree with that.
She must have a very strong jaw because that guy likes her.
I don't know. Listen, I think that I forgot what her name is. Meghan Markle, maybe, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Markle.
I don't find her exceptional. If I was a prince, let's say I was the Prince of Zamunda. Let's just theoretically, if I was the Prince of Zamunda, I wouldn't be rocking with that chick. She's not like princess material in my opinion, but that's me.
And she comes from just as much of a screwed up family as he has.
Right.
With where people don't talk, they don't get along, they're Why would you you marry a girl, and then when you meet her family, they're all like Looney Tunes, like they're fresh out of the psych ward?
Well, my thing I'm saying is this. I understand if, like, him being in the royal family's messed up. I get it. And I understand her family being messed up. But you're not a man if you leave England to come to America to live in Hollywood. Like, find a more manly place to go live and rock and roll with your wife on your own. That's how you got to do it. Like, just thrive on your own. Lola and I wound up doing that. Her family's in Maryland. Mine's in New York. We live in Florida. We're out here roughing it, pioneering shit.
in the plains. Yes.
Just do it on your own.
Came down in the wagon.
Yeah, man up. You know what I mean? Just why do you have to go? What's Hollywood? How's Hollywood any better than a palace somewhere over in England?
Right here.
Money. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah. Hummerman and Axis says, I'm no Eddie Murphy. I am definitely a lot of things better than Eddie Murphy. Taller. Let's start with that.
I want to see you dance like Eddie Murphy.
He could dance, but real men don't dance. We just lean up on the wall. So that doesn't really matter.
That's right.
But, you know, I'm definitely taller than him. Eddie Murphy's like, what, 4'5" or some craziness? So
He's short.
I don't know. He's short. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. Someone tell us how tall he is, but he's not tall dude. He's a little tiny dude. I'm definitely better looking. I mean, that's without a doubt.
He didn't look that short next to Arsenio Hall, and Arsenio Hall's pretty tall.
Yeah, but you know, Eddie Murphy, I'm sure
magic,
also he wore platform shoes and stuff like that. He probably did what Sylvester Stallone does in movies and stands on a box. Yeah. Or and Tom Cruise is one of my favorite actors. I love Tom Cruise in movies, right? Like, what Tom Cruise movie is bad? But he does the same thing. He probably makes those actresses stand in a hole or something. You know.
Where's my crate?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got some of those Gene Simmons Kiss boots on, you know, with the heels about that tall.
I'm telling you. But I love Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is one of the funniest people alive out there.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite line is, I forgot exactly who he says. He says like, Keenan, something, whatever the guy is, Brother Noomsy has forgiven me. Brother Noomsy has forgiven me, everybody. Brother Noomsy. Do you know what that's from, Walt? You probably don't.
Your favorite movie, Coming to America.
No. Yeah, I want. Yeah,
please.
I want the knife. Golden Child is.
Oh, okay.
Listen. Okay,
Epic.
it's one thing if you've never seen Coming to America. You're probably a Russian plant put over here, like in a sleeper cell. But Golden Child, you come on, you got to watch Golden Child one time. It will crack you up.
Yeah,
okay.
that is a great movie.
That is a funny movie. It has Charles Dance. Do you even know who Charles Dance is?
I've heard the name, yes.
He's one of the creepiest, scariest looking white dudes. You know, and back in those times, they always put him in movies as the bad guy, and he plays Sadhu Noomsi.
Oh, okay.
So he's the bad guy in there.
He's like the dictator or something. What is?
No, he's like an occult type of dude that he's in league with the devil.
Yeah, he turns out to be like a demon or something at the end, don't he?
Yeah, he has magical powers. But
he's got the juju.
Yeah, Walter, I promise you, Walter, you would actually, I'm just telling you right now, you would love Golden Child.
Okay.
It will crack you up. It has a little baby Yoda in there. There's a little baby Yoda in Golden Child. There's this little, like, the chosen one is a little Asian, like, what's the name of the place? Nepal, you know, little Nepal kid. That's the Golden Child. Actually, trivia, that was a little girl. They got a little girl to play.
Did you say Nepal?
Yeah, Nepal. Yes. There's kookaries in that movie, Walt.
I must see it.
There's kookaries in there. That's what we're talking about. The knife. The knife is not a kookery, though. It's not a kookery.
Oh.
But there's a whole like magical, powerful knife in there. There's dragons. There's hot Asian babes.
Oh.
You know, there's biker gangs. There's biker gangs.
Weird monkey guy.
Yeah, weird monkey dude. There's a couple of weird monkey looking dudes in there. Oh yeah, and Dot says he's Tywin Lannister, which is true. He was in Game of Thrones, Charles Dance. He's also in one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies called Last Action Hero.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was him, wasn't it?
Yeah. And people don't like the Last Action Hero movie. That's to me, that's one of my favorite short, like that and Predator. Let me see, what else do I like from Schwarzenegger? That, Predator, and Total Recall are like my probably top 3.
I can't think of any bad Schwarzenegger films that I've ever seen. Maybe that one when he first came off the boat and he's wearing that weird like white sweater or whatever, and he didn't speak English. It's a really old 70s film.
Wait, was he playing? No, that's not. He's not the one that played Thor, right? No, it wasn't Thor.
Are you talking about Conan the Barbarian?
Those Conan movies.
No, the Conan movies are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are all men supposed to do again? I forgot the thing. You're supposed to kill the men, dominate the women, and drink the blood of your enemy. Something like that.
Yes.
I'll have to look up the line from Conan. I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, okay.
But Arnold's made bad movies, man. That last Terminator movie was horrible.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's horrible. It's
I think that
one of the things.
I think that movie called California Governor was a bad one too.
Probably the worst.
I gotta say though, have you ever seen the movie Maggie? I didn't like that movie. That was boring as hell.
Maggie? Arnold Schwarzenegger is in something called Maggie.
Yes, it's like a zombie movie. It's an apocalypse movie.
Oh yeah, that came out recently.
Yeah, it's like a year or two old, and yeah, no, it's
Arnold. You know what's a terrible movie where he played Freeze? That Batman movie where Arnold played Freeze. Oh god,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
That was horrible.
Horrible.
That was horrible. Chris Bullis says Hercules in New York.
Yes, that was the one where when he first got off the boat, and that was the first movie he was in, Hercules in New York. Yeah.
Arnold's done some bad movies. He's done some horrible. Oh, you know what's a really funny movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger that no one's seen? There's this movie called Kill Gunther. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Kill Gunther?
Yeah, Kill Gunther. And Arnold, it's a low budget movie. Arnold must have been desperate to make some money. Probably when he went through that situation with the maid or whatever where he was having babies. But basically in this movie there's this assassin called Gunther, and a whole bunch of other assassins try to get together to kill him because there's a big bounty on his head, and he is just slaughtering them in the movie, and they can't. But it's funny. If you haven't seen Kill, I think it's, hold on, I'll pull it up and tell everyone.
Kill Gunther.
I think it's called Kill Gunther, and I think it's on Amazon Prime. Oh, Killing Gunther. Killing Gunther. Let me see if I can roll in my IMDb for you guys. This is what it is. It's a real low budget movie, but I found it actually entertaining and funny. Len Holt says Raw Deal. Raw Deal I thought was good. Raw Deal.
Iron.
Raw Deal was a classic 80s movie where the Russians are the bad guys.
Yeah, that's the one where he had to lose a lot of weight for that movie, and it made him really sick.
He had to lose weight for
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Philadelphia Patriot says Kindergarten Cop was his best performance. I thought that was fun. I like Twins too, but Twins was a stupid movie.
Twins. That was funny though. Over the lips and through the gums. Look out, stomach. Here it comes.
Yeah. What's the name? The fact Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and so they're cloned, and Danny DeVito was like the scraps.
Yep, he was the junk.
So they're clone twins, but DeVito is the scraps. That's that's a funny movie, and I like Danny DeVito in a bunch of movies like Romancing. He's in Romancing the Stone, I think. Or is it one of those Romancing the Stone movies? Remember those from the?
That's when Catherine, whatever her face name was, she still looked halfway normal. Yeah, decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior. There's another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Junior, where he got pregnant.
Yeah. Right. He's close to that now. That will actually we'll probably live to see Arnold transition over. I guarantee you it'll happen. We'll see one day he'll just be an old bag. He'll just melt all his guns, which will be a shame. That's
Will he be like Elliot Page?
Elliot was always a dude. I can just tell you that right now. I know Walter has no clue what we're talking about. Yeah. We're
negative.
Yeah. You don't want to know, Walt. You don't want to know. You're better off not knowing.
Oh,
okay, listen. We crossed over into the 9:00 hour somehow magically in all this time. I don't know how we did it. We got into talking about everyone's assignment this weekend is to go look at Last Action Hero, and Walter, you need to go see Golden Child.
Yes, definitely.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna crack you up.
Highly recommended. Don't spill the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch it with Spencer. Spencer will love it.
Yes.
I guarantee.
Okay.
I guarantee you, Spencer will love it. He would enjoy that movie, and he'll make you watch it a couple more times. And John Doe says Jingle All the Way is a good Christmas movie. Yes, it is actually.
That was good, yeah.
And that has Sinbad in it, and Schwarzenegger, and the kid in there, I believe, is Anakin Skywalker. No one realized that. So it's Jingle All the Way is where Schwarzenegger plays like a dad who's trying to get this toy for his kid, and Sinbad. Yeah, Sinbad also plays a dad trying to, like a post office guy. It's really, really funny. It's a great Christmas movie. But one of the kids in there, I think, is Anakin Skywalker, isn't it? Someone will tell me if I'm wrong or not. So.
I don't know.
Yeah, so, and Armament and Axis says she was a hot chick till she said my name is Elliot. No. I never liked Ellen Page, ever.
God.
Yeah, never, ever. Like one of my son's favorite movies is Inception, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like looking at that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that Ellen Page is one of those people I don't like her face, and now she's Elliot Page, still don't like the face.
Oh dear, yeah.
I did watch a movie recently with her in it, and I gotta say it was probably one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. Called Super.
Okay.
Have you ever seen The Office?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. My God, that movie was great.
That's a crazy movie. Yeah, that's a crazy movie. All right, so listen, let's do this. Let's wrap it up here for the people because we'll get lost talking about movies.
Yeah, I'm going then if you're gonna do movie.
Yeah,
if it's movie time with Hank and Grills, I'm out of here.
So listen, we'll do this because we'll because we want to preserve Walter here. But let's start with Gorilla. Oh, you're working tomorrow? Okay.
Got to rearrange the shop. Yeah.
Let's start with Gorillas and Guns. How can the people out there support you? I will throw up on the screen. Hopefully, I still have. Oh, what did I do with it? Yeah. What did I do? Oh, I have your channel. I'll throw that up. But how can the folks out there support you?
Well, I do have a Patreon. It's same thing, Gorillas Guns / Patreon, whatever the thing is. You can find me over there. I do have a store on Teespring, which is going to be moved over to Black Swan Tactical here very shortly. So check out Black Swan Tactical. You can use code Silverback over there for 10% off. All the proceeds from anything that we sell over there on Black Swan Tactical is going to help John's niece Bella for all her cancer treatments and everything. So I don't make any money off of it, but that money is going to help a nice young little girl that definitely needs the help. So, please go over there and buy something. You can use code Silverback, 10% off. It's all good. That's really about it. I'm obviously here on YouTube doing this thing. I got a Facebook group. We try to post all 2A stuff, as much interesting news or whatever we can up on that page, and we just go from there.
Yeah.
One thing I do need to clarify from last time when I was on with Flying Rich, I had my pool water tested, and it's been confirmed that it did not start the pandemic.
Okay, I don't know what that's all about. I thought you were going to say Flying Rich did something got in your pool.
No.
And somehow messed up the pool, but okay. By the way, I noticed you're getting down with that Crumpy Mafia, man. Mm-hmm. You better get ready for those ATF visits. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yep, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm starting. I might have to start rethinking that, because if he's on the I got one of those too.
Oh,
if he's on the ATF.
You need to have that like a flag in the background there.
Boom. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Walter, throw yours back up. I'll throw mine up right now. Waving the flag for Crumpy. Oh, let's see. Let's get the trifecta going. Boom! Boom! There you go. Crumpy Militia. All right. All right, cool. Awesome. Yeah, shout out to John, by the way.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
Absolutely.
I've known him about a year now, and I talk to him a lot. We talk a lot, which we're going to be talking again tomorrow. So,
mm-hmm.
But
he's a good dude.
he's a great guy. Can't wait to get that podcast started with them. So hopefully that kicks off and it's a success.
Absolutely. Walter, how can the people find and support and encourage you to watch Golden Child?
Well, there is safetyharborfirearms.com. We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Then there's the Dirtfoot Racing stuff I'm doing, which is on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I have messed around with the Parlor thing a little bit, but I'm still I don't know how it works, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I just throw stuff up on there.
That's what I'm going to start doing too. Just post junk. What the heck? And then there's also Dirtfoot StenParts.com for all your Sten parts and subgun related parts if you're looking for some. And that's it pretty much. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Awesome. And yeah, by the way, I know every movie I tell Walter about, this is how I know he'll never watch it, because he doesn't want to give me the satisfaction. So, I'll never give you the satisfaction of watching that movie and admitting to you that it was funny.
That's not true.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to tape his eyelids, but I don't know if the eyelids are ready. But once the eyelids are fully back, we'll tape them open and duct tape him into a seat and make him watch it.
You're back. You're 100% functional.
Yeah. You look like 15-year-old Walter again.
You got to put him in that contraption like the guy was in A Clockwork Orange.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Philadelphia Patriot wants to know about your OnlyFans. Anyone? No, none of these guys are on OnlyFans yet. Things haven't gotten that. OnlyFans, yeah, OnlyFans.
Is that another?
So all the porn star chicks, website. Yeah, all the porn star chicks go on OnlyFans and do special stuff and make special videos on there. We should all get on there and then do special gun videos or something. But people send you money and then you do.
I wiggle my eyes. That's all I do.
Yeah, someone might. I guarantee you, there's at least 1 million people that will enjoy that.
Oh, I'm sure there's people with eye fetishes. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, listen, I'm going to run in the end. Everyone stay right there. Here we go with this. Here we go with the end. Boom. Make sure you guys smash the subscribe button. Ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live with these videos. We're also ripping out the audio and throwing it up on iTunes and all the other places that you can get your audio podcast from. I keep promising everyone I'm going to show you guys like an upcoming patch. I'm going to show that right here in the final seconds. There it goes. This is coming out soon. It's called 2020 Was Hell in a Handbasket. That's basically my logo with a grenade and a big explosion going on in the background. So that's going to be coming out soon. We've actually gotten the proof and everything of the patch and all that kind of stuff. So that will be coming out soon. Hopefully we'll get it before 2020 ends and we'll have that out there. I hope everyone has like a great weekend, stays really safe. Big shout out to Safety Harbor Firearms for sponsoring this show. Also for Gorillas&Guns, I hope you guys go and follow him on social media and support him, as well as Walter Keller for anyone who's looking. Peace out to everyone who's out there and hung out with us and had a great time. Who wants the final word?
Go, Gorilla.
All right, well, we'll give it to Freddie again. Have a good night, y'all.
We're out of here. Peace.